Unexpected ride on a Harley. Oop. Oh, this is the Harley Livewire. My gosh, I am bricking myself once again on an electric bike. And it's on. Simple as that, it's on. There's a little heartbeat. Thump, thump, thump. Can you feel that?
Feel what?
There's that little heartbeat the photographer was on about. It's just a very little bump.
Oh yeah,
Bump. Yeah, because this doesn't really have a fuel tank, this is just there. But this is padded. I think we're on our way. Oh yeah. Gingerly off the mark we go. Oh. So just like with the Zero I test rode the other week, no clutch, no gears, just twist and go. This could be idiot proof. You'd hope so until you absolutely ram it down the road and then oh boy. So I will say my bias on the electrics is still towards the negative, but just the opportunity to ride one of these after we've rode the Zeros is quite extraordinary. Given the circumstances, literally just, hey, do you want to test ride these bikes? Yes. Yes, please. But yeah, so all things considered, now I'm going to have to try and communicate my thoughts on this. Maybe not compare it to the Zero, one for one, but I can give a few ideas and suggestions as to maybe what some of the differences are. Once again, reaching for that clutch. Where's the clutch? Where's the gears? Nothing. I can't wrap my head around it. And now I've got the indicator thing as well, so... Oh dear. But no, absolutely smooth. A little whirring from the engine as well. It's not going to be as same as that. So this has ABS, traction control as well. Traction control obviously to stop you from... So you have self-cancelling indicators, got to keep an eye on that. Traction control is going to stop me from absolutely smashing the throttle. What's this fella doing? Come on, mate. Off you go. Enjoy the ride. I will say this feels a lot smoother than the Zero. I would have to definitely have a Zero here and do a direct comparison with that if I was going to somehow nail that point home, but initial thoughts are, yeah, this definitely feels a lot more responsive, smoother. It's obviously a lot more expensive, but bugger me, is that fun?
Say that again?
Bugger me, is that fun?
I like the handlebar position.
Yeah, I'm very...
Are you comfortable?
No, I'm not used to being this far forward.
Of course.
So this is an entirely sort of new position for me. This is more forward than the Zero, I will say that much. And because we're in Watford... Go on, my son. No, go on, go on. Give it some throttle. We're having to dart ourselves around the Watford traffic as well with our riding captains. We're going left, awesome. Bumpy bit of road. Oh, that's a good test of the suspension actually. As bumpy as that was, I didn't feel a great deal of that, which goes to show that the seat and the suspension working together. Yeah, I'm not the heaviest bloke in the world. I'm definitely not the lightest, but yeah, that absorbed a lot of the bumps. Really happy with that. Really glad. The seating position I'm in, I'm already feeling a tingle in my elbows, simply because I'm leaning so far forward, going downhill as well. Thank you. That doesn't help. Initial thoughts.
Initial thoughts is it weighs more than the Zero.
Of course.
And I think because of that, I feel a bit more on the bike. I feel a bit more like I'm riding a motorcycle.
You're planted on the road as opposed to being on a bike, sort of on the road.
Even though it's classed as a sports, almost like a sports bike, these are so high.
Yeah.
Like, I feel very, almost like a sports cruisery kind of. I'm so high up here. But
That's it.
yeah, no. What about yourself?
Like I said, I'm not used to being so far forward,
Of course.
but I do find it comfortable. When we went over those bumps over there, a really dodgy corner,
Yeah.
no tingles, no hurts, no nothing. It's just, here's a few bumps, thump, 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 fine,
Yeah.
on you go. I think maybe someone's gone the wrong way or something. Oh. Got him. Ooh. And just that gentle whir as you come off. That is... yeah, that is phenomenal acceleration. Round the roundabout. Swing it round. Don't be shy. There you go. That feels genuinely lovely. I'm moving the front wheel more than I'm leaning the bike at the moment. I think with a bit of confidence that's going to settle in a little bit. Bump in the road, thank you. Yeah, I do genuinely feel comfortable on this bike, and I will say this little padded bit between yourself and what would usually be the fuel tank, it's really lovely. Genuinely really lovely. So I'm not hearing any rattling off this bike, no unusual sounds or per se. It just feels, yeah, just feels comfortable, nice and smooth, easy peasy, a joy to ride. And one thing I will say as well, you know, we are surrounded by Harleys. We're on bloody Livewires, we're surrounded by Harleys front and back, and I can barely hear these bikes around us. But I can hear this over I can those, and that's unusual. Like if we had perhaps the one of the fat boys with us, if we had one of the more classic Harley combustible engines around us, then yeah, absolutely we'd be hearing nothing but that. But this is just, I don't know, I feel like I'm in like a little bubble now, a nice quiet safe bubble. Safe as far as you can be on an electric bike anyway, on a motorcycle in general I should say. Just 28 miles an hour. The engine braking, that's all the engine. Downhill, I'm just going to give it a little bit of brake there. Oh mate, engine braking,
Oh, no, yeah.
beautiful.
Let go of it, yeah.
Honestly, off the throttle, no brakes, all the way down that hill until I got to about there.
Really?
Very smooth stop. I am shocked. I am shocked.
What?
Shocked by that.
Shocked, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
But how are you finding this?
With another pad.
That leather pad. That is keeping me comfortable. My balls are on the tank here, and that is keeping me comfortable. I love that little feature. I wish more bikes had that. Because sometimes the bike seat just doesn't quite creep up on the back of the fuel tank enough. But with this, yeah, I just, I feel like I'm snuggling myself on top of the bike in all kinds of intimate ways. Ha ha ha. Yeah, even uphill there, just the engine braking is just straight in. Look, 5 miles an hour, nothing, not a sausage, no dramas, no worries, it's just silky smooth. That's extraordinary. Beautiful. Oh, we're going to go through the traffic a bit now. Fantastic. Yeah, here's the thing, I don't have an engine to give them a bit of a vroom vroom, so give them a wave and a thumbs up. Good perception skills there from that driver. But yeah, one thing that's going to get me as well is I'm not used to obviously the engine braking being this sharp. So when you do end up slowing down, you have to make sure, for the benefit of those behind you, you are on those brakes and you are just feathering it. Like, seriously, find out when the rear light comes on for your brakes, learn where that is, because if you don't and you start slowing down, the people behind you aren't going to know that you're obviously slowing down or coming to a stop. And it is so simple. See? it's so simple just to not use the brakes. I'm gonna lean it around this bend, lean it. But yeah, just the bloody hell. Oh, that's extraordinarily fun. Yes, I'm looking forward to the dual carriageway, the open road bit, because oh, this is a lot of fun, definitely. Again, the massive price tag attached to this bike, I'm not entirely sure about. He's going to give it some, isn't he? Way off he goes. Bloody hell, he's gone. Yeah, I can't justify spending that much money on it. However, as far as bikes go, this is amazing. As far as electric bikes go, I've only test rode one, but this is, yeah, this is in a different league, I would say. Easy peasy. If you can get yourself a test ride on one of these, absolutely do so. Obviously be happy with whatever you can get your hands on, and ride with respect and caution. But my gosh, this is just, it's an experience. That's all I can say. It's an entirely different experience. See, I'm reaching for the clutch. Where's the clutch? It's not there. Of course it's not. But yeah, I feel like even in this position, I can just one-hand this bike. Yeah, it just feels almost... Maybe it's the electric scooters, which I've been riding a fair bit as well, but I just feel like I could just one-hand this for the majority of the ride. Want to slow down? On the brakes. Want to speed up? Give it a twist. See what happens. yeah. I am fascinated by how well this bike runs. Like, really, when I saw the announcements that Harley were making an electric bike, my immediate thought, probably like many others, was just like, oh, for God's sake, you know. Again, with the word bias, as much as biases go towards Harley Davidson electric bikes, this, that, the other, adventure bikes, it's I found it quite surprising, of all things, really, genuinely. They've got some good ideas, and I'm very glad about that. Of course I'm glad about that. I don't want to see Harley as a brand or anyone go under. I will say one thing about these mirrors. I don't think they're actually giving me a good angle behind me. Like, I can see most of my upper arm in these, and I've moved it around a little bit. I'm not getting a lot of sight out of it. I've got to lean over to actually see what I'm looking at behind me, which is not ideal. Maybe the mirror needs to be further out, or a slightly different shape. But yeah, it's not too bad. I can see something, just not all of it. Well, now we're going around a corner, absolutely, but I still can't see those two bikes behind me. Right, so I know we are going to be... Oh, hello. Hell bloody oh to you too. So I just switched it from Eco to Sport because I know we're out of the town, and we're going to be getting more involved in some open traffic. I say open traffic, as open as it hopefully can be around this area. But just switching it from Eco to Sport, I didn't move my wrist, I didn't move the throttle at all, and I just felt the speed just creep up a little bit. I felt a little bit of acceleration there, and it's just that, as you can tell by my reaction, just that little, oh hello, just how are you doing? Nice to see you too. It just perks it up a little bit. I was almost going to say perks the engine up, but there is no engine. That is interesting, very interesting indeed. But yeah, these Pan Americas, I want to test ride one of those at some point. They look comfortable, they are comfortable because I sat on one, but yeah, it's just nothing there. At a complete standstill, upright position on this, it's absolutely lovely. I almost feel like I'm just standing upright with a slight bend in my knees and sort of sat on something, and that just swing of the hips, that just feels effortless. That is wonderful. It's a red light, mate, you can't go anywhere. boop, boop, boop. So the little humps on this, the little bumps, your bips and bobs. Boop, 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 boop. Nice and easy, smooth, lovely, I like it. Dodgy bit of the road, not a problem. Straight over the top, smooth, lovely, smooth, like it. So now I did briefly mention earlier, but I have just heard something on the back rattle a little bit, and I think, yeah, there is a slight rattle in there. I give you a blip of the engine, but it's electric. It will send me around the corner and off the road. This is an interesting challenge indeed. Oop, 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 oop. Well, the light's gone red, so either way I get to talk a little bit more. So, Harley Davidson's Livewire. Oh my gosh, this is a beast. You know, I had the same sort of impression a lot of people had. Harley Davidson, electric motorbike, oh, for God's sake. Oh. Sounds better than that, that's for sure. But no, I'm genuinely blown away by how wonderful this bike is, how impressive the acceleration is, what a joy it is to ride, the controls, the handling, the different modes actually matter. And again, the acceleration, the braking, all lovely, absolutely fine. Off, and that's it, just off. God, I loved that ride. That genuinely, that has shaken my experience in riding electric bikes now. Like, I was skeptical off the Zero, but that is just, that's wonderful. My gosh.